The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. On first down, here comes this offense. RPO complete to open the drive. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Moves away as he feels pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. From the gun, running back gets to give. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Buffaloes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Offense gets set for second down. Off-play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. They'll run it to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Fires toward the end zone. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone, but the officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Leaves it with the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Fires left. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Can't get him to the ground. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Got it behind the line. It's George. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They'll try to pop the draw. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd down, going up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Restrepo. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Oh, the ball's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. Got the quick pass. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
29 Philly. 2, cut.
Quick release by the QB. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy step. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Caught behind the line. It's Miller. Touchdown, Buffalo! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together. Be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed, and that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. Coming after him. Gets rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's George. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Canes will hustle to the line. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught near the sticks. It's Restrepo. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Arroyo. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Dumps it to the back. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go to the air. And the pass is intercepted. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Going up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game. And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
They'll go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They'll give it to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Ward. Swings it out to his running back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The inside handoff. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up 14 over Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll go right back to the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Spits it out to the back. It's complete on the right side. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's looking to throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
Here we go.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Open space at the 25. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Running back searching for a hole. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
And the Canes with the 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. The hand to the running back. And it's on the ground. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Dropping back, it's Ward. Trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Restrepo. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. They'll go back to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense in press coverage. Dropping back, it's Ward. Getting some heat. Back open in the middle. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters to these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Martinez on the carry. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Arroyo. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
They're strong and they're... Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but looking for a huge play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to throw at Sanders. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Give to the running back. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
To the air. It's Sanders. Pocket starts to collapse. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wants to pass it. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Hand off from the shotgun. Discards a man. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
To the air, it's Ward. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He'll try the left side. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Trying to find his man on first down. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. And the D deny them on second and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's dragged down.
Well, they come up short. It's now going to set up 4th and 1. If I'm this offensive coordinator, I'm finding who's my biggest, most physical back, the guy that I can trust to get north and go get me this first down.
And so I'm bringing all the big bodies in on the defensive line, and I'm making sure I get a little bit of penetration so I don't let that big running back get downhill so he can fall forward, so he can get momentum going. Big time 4th down and short down.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. They'll throw it on 1st down. Steps away. He wants a big play here late. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch?